Right, here we go. This is the second video of the development of Production Line. I'm the programmer and designer of it, Klipski. It's been quite a while since I did the last video. It's not actually that long, but I wanted to do a lot of videos showing the production of it because I wanted to really get people's opinions and get people really involved in how they'd like the game to be. So I've been doing lots of kind of background stuff. Let me just load. I've got a tiny little autosave. I keep breaking save games, so rebuilding the great big things takes a little while. So there's been a lot of background stuff to get the game running smoothly. It's multi-threaded properly now, and a silly little visual glitch has been fixed, so all these things move along smoothly now, whereas previously it looked like they had a bad frame rate, and actually they didn't. It was really smooth. But just, I won't bore you with the details, but basically it's fixed now anyway. So everything runs really quickly, and that's fab because hopefully you'll be able to build massive car factories. I'm just going to skip that for now. So in terms of changes since I last did a video, been a little bit busy because I'm also publishing other games. The only kind of like visible things, and then there's a big glitch here that makes it ugly because that's drawn at the wrong angle, is that we have these things here. So rather than being able to just import resources wherever you like, you can only put them at places that have been defined on the map. That makes it a lot harder and a lot more interesting, because one of the like constraining features of your layout is that you need everything to be delivered at the right time. Actually, I don't have enough power. I've just noticed it's all going a little bit slow because I don't have enough power. That's faster. Now the idea behind this is that it will be expensive and it will be inconvenient and it will be annoying to import everything. So all of this stuff that's coming in, some of it will be raw materials, that's just steel coming in there, but other bits like that's I think that's a flywheel, and that's a whole door and a windscreen or whatever, steering wheel coming in there. What I want is I want it to be far more efficient for you to make those. So yeah, you'd get in the steel, which would be cheap, and you'd get in all the kind of like raw material stuff that would be cheap, and then you'd actually make the stuff. So just as an example of that, I haven't done make flywheel as a thing. Oh, it's not really set up, is it? Let's I think some of them I've done, some of them I haven't. I haven't done that one either. It's typical, isn't it? Typical. Seats I know I've done. Right, yeah, so you can build a thing there which will make seats, and we'll put in conveyor belts there. So the idea being that you would never import seats because that would be expensive, and also it would clog up your importy things too much. So you would just have the raw materials, of which there would be less coming in. In this case, is it just steel? We need leather. We need leather as a raw material. I think I have got it actually, it's just not set up right. So there you'd make your seats here. This crappy particle effect, whoa, is people making seats. And oh look, there's some seats. So eventually where we need seats, which is going to be, this is a really simple layout, accessories. They'll need seats at some point, so one of these seats will go up and go along there, and that will keep a lot more of the production within the map, which is what you want. You want a kind of River Rouge setup as Ford had, where you just have like raw materials come in and cars go out. This is a very inefficient setup. You have to wait ages for this car. If I click on a car, I can see what's on it and what it's all worth. I don't know if I showed that before. So they are currently fitting the horn. Oh, there you go, seats. Seats have been requested to fit seats. They're waiting for seats. Here they come. Excellent. Crappy placeholder animation, and we should be... seats have been added, $689 worth of seats, so that's cool. Anyway, so apart from defining where you can place these things, the only other thing that is I'm still working on and is incredibly placeholder is when you click on a slot, which is this whole kind of assembly area here, there's going to be upgrades. If I click on that at the moment, it only shows 2 placeholder things, which will improve quality and improve quality 2. So, and there's going to be loads of those. So the idea is that here we're fitting the body of the car, and we're just doing the normal job of fitting the body to the car. So the quality is, whatever, there's a body on the car. If we want a higher quality car, if we're making a Rolls Royce or we're making a Porsche or something like that, other cars are available. I'm not sure if that joke plays in America really. It was a BBC thing saying other brands are available. Anyway, so if you decided you wanted to focus on quality, then you'd go through all the various bits of your production line and you think, well, I'm going to choose quality upgrades. You could also have speed upgrades and efficiency upgrades that would reduce the power draw. That's going to be one type of upgrade. So each car then, once those upgrades are in place, each car that goes through that would come out with a higher quality roof. So when I click on these things and you see this, it's just like roof. I'll have like high quality roof or whatever. But there's also going to be features that you would add to that. So some of the upgrades, for example, when fitting the roof, might be to fit a sunroof. An upgrade on fitting the lights might be LED lights, or it might be the road adjustee lights, or those crazy lights that they're working on now that can see through rain, like switch on and off through rain and that kind of craziness. So what you would do, you would go into research and development, which is a whole screen that this is incredibly placeholder. You'd go into research and development, you would then research something like sunroof. You would then pick a particular production line, because you may have several, and you would go to that slot and you'd go, I will have the sunroof option. It will cost me a certain amount, and then it will add a certain amount that isn't added yet to the value of each car and to the cost of each car. So you could have 2 production lines going along. You could have one that is making the standard car and one that is making the car with sunroofs. And you could even like split them up, so you could split off here, have half your cars get a sunroof and then rejoin. So hopefully you will have very complicated kind of layouts where all the cars come together to be painted, because that's a fairly generic thing, but they might split off for you to have a luxury option and a sort of budget option. Some will get aircon, some will get climate control, some will be really cheap and even have like manual windows and stuff like that. That's involved a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I've been working on. That's really boring, and I could just show you the code, but who cares unless you're a coder. So it doesn't look vastly different. I don't have new art, I don't have new sound effects or anything like that, but work is continuing, so there will be progress, and I want to get people playing it really quickly. So I don't want to add tons and tons of features. I want to fix what I have so it's playable and there aren't really awful visual anomalies like this, and get it out there so people can kind of start laying down production lines and going, yeah, it's boring, or it needs this, or it needs that. So the next video is probably also going to be, look, there's nothing new, but I've fixed loads of stuff, trust me, and I'll probably show off stuff that looks awful now and is then fixed, and I will put a lot more data in. One of the other things that I've been doing is I have actually been putting in reasonable costs and everything, and that is in fact the other big thing I haven't mentioned. We have a finance screen. What's wrong with me? So we have this finance screen here. I don't know what you think about this, but I'm thinking that it would be nice to see the one day, the like immediate snapshot, how things are over 7 days and over 30 days. I think that gives you a sort of reasonable overview of stuff. Obviously everything's going drastically wrong here, hardly selling any cars, and spending an absolute fortune. I haven't got a name for this car design yet, but it would be there if it was, and if I had multiple designs it would show the best selling one and stuff like that. This is a pie chart over these 3 time periods of what I'm spending the money on, and also each component, like I was saying, it would be cheaper to make seats than buy them in. So because you've got third-party companies making stuff like seats and radiators and whatever, and eventually you'd have like, you know, sort of rubber, steel, glass. I do need leather in there. Yeah, I was thinking of rubber. So these prices will change over time. So you would come here and you would check if you were losing money and think, oh my god, wing mirrors cost a fortune. And you would then think, right, I'm going to make my own wing mirrors. I'm going to put in the capital expense to make wing mirrors because that will cut down the expenses per car. So this is new. This is all very early placeholder stuff as well. And I want to know what people think of looking at it like this. There'll be a lot more than this, obviously, because it is a business sim. So anyway, that's the stuff that's gone in new, and thanks for watching this, and do subscribe because I'm going to be doing quite a few videos. Hopefully I'm going to do weekly videos when I'm doing nothing but this. So thank you for watching this video.